we're talking Jadon Sancho.
Yes.
He's been there 6 months now, and he cost him 73 million and has done next to nothing. How much longer do you think that United and England can afford to wait for Sancho to come good? Before you answer that, this was Rangnick, and he didn't hang about when he was talking about Sancho.
It's a different league. It's a different competition. It's more physical. It's more pressure. And the level of expectation is higher. When he came to Borussia Dortmund as a young player, he was only 18. Now he's 23, 24, playing for one of the biggest clubs in the world. I think it's also got to do with with the things up here in his head. But in training, whenever I see him train, he's showing up. He's one of the best players in the training sessions. But now it's about the transfer to when he's playing and to showing the same kind of level and performance on the pitch.
Things going on up there in his head.
Yeah.
Does it in the training ground, but not in the pitch. I mean, it's interesting, isn't it? What is going on with him?
It's a difficult one. I think you have to bring into consideration the Premier League is a different league to any other around the world, and especially to the league he came from. I think the intensity is different. I think as a wide man, the expectancy to get crosses in the box, to take your man on.
It sounds like excuses, Trevor.
No, it's not excuses. It's reasons. These are reasons why I feel he's not affecting
Difficult
games.
League.
I think
tough if you're a wide man.
Listen, when you hear a player who scored 50 goals at Newcastle go to Manchester United and say he nearly failed because of the expectancy and the pressure, that will start to make you understand how difficult it is to do it at a club like Manchester United. Now,
this isn't the same Manchester United, though, is it?
No, it's not. But the expectancy is still the same. People still expect them to be fighting for the league.
I don't think the expectations are the same.
Well, the coaches and everyone inside Carrington will be expecting Manchester United.
Solskjaer?
Well, at the beginning of the season, they signed Ronaldo, they signed Varane, they signed Sancho. Everyone was expecting them to be fighting for the title. They're nowhere near it.
I'm not sure that's right, actually.
So, going back to Ralf Rangnick's comments, and every pro who's listening to this will understand this. There's great trainers, 80-side games, who can affect the game. They're not the players that are always able to go and do that on an 11-side pitch. On the big pitch, you've got to have everything. Now, if you've not got the fitness levels, if you've not got the intensity to change pace, if you've not got the confidence, if you've not got the first touch, if you've not got the full package in the Premier League, you will not succeed. Now, I don't think Jadon Sancho's got a lot of pace. He looked good when he was playing for Dortmund, but it's a different league.
Sancho's got a lot of pace?
I don't think he's got enough pace as a winger.
But maybe it's very simple. Maybe it's just very simple. He isn't all that he's cracked up to be. I didn't think he was. When we were talking about 18 months ago, when the Dortmund were asking for 110 million euros or whatever nonsense they were asking for at the time, I don't think he's a 75 million pound player. I think he came on the pitch the other day. He looked absolutely shocking. He looked a mile off. And when you look at players at a 75 million quid, right, 75 million pound player shouldn't be a work in progress. A 75 million pound player should be looking far better than this young man's looking. And I think the simple distinction is he isn't all that he's been made up to be. And there's a lot of players that are in that category. Marcus Rashford isn't all that he's made out to be. They're good players, they're top players, but they're not the kind of world beaters that people turn them into, so they're being judged by an unfair set of expectations. And I think even then, with that in mind, what you've seen from Jadon Sancho has been a mile off.
Yeah, but he has arrived in a kind of unstable scene, with Ole being there and then getting shifted.
That doesn't excuse the performances.
I keep on hearing this transitional period. This is the 9th year. It's a transitional period since Sir Alex left. How long is this transitional period going to go on? The players have got to take responsibility. But I agree with Simon. I think he's come in with a big reputation, and I'm not sure he's got the physical attributes.
Well, Trevor, you played at the highest level. We didn't. Is he good enough?
For Manchester United, I'm not so sure. If Manchester United want to be fighting for the title, I'm not so sure.
Well, they're not fighting for the title, are they?
So he's good enough for.
But is he good enough? Full stop. 8. I mean, people made a lot. He was a box of tricks in a couple of moments in the European Championship, right? And they've been raved about at Dortmund, and he comes here and he's given no one at any time during this season any evidence whatsoever that he's a big time player and a 75 million
I just look at the raw ingredients.
Precisely.
I just look at the raw. You
can't argue with that.
I just look at the raw ingredients. As a winger, if you've not got pace, I'm not sure you can be successful in the Premier League. I think one or two players have done it. David Beckham, I've mentioned it before. David Bentley did it for a period of time when he was at Blackburn.
That's because they got delivery.
But I don't see him having that kind of delivery.
Is he going to succeed or fail at United?
I can't see him succeeding.
Gee, it doesn't look good, does it? An investment like that, 73
Not in
million
that
quid.
position.
Rangnick saying, I love him when he's on the training ground, but on the pitch, it ain't happening.
But United have done many investments like this. One, Sebastian Veron was an investment. You buy players, sometimes they don't turn out to be what you want them to be. You pay your money, you take your choice. But we're looking at the reality of what Jadon Sancho is for himself and also for Man United. And we have to be arguing now about the state of the Bundesliga. Because if this boy has been so successful, as we've been led to believe, he's been so impactful in the Bundesliga, we must also be then saying that the Bundesliga ranks way beneath the Premier League. But yet then we'll play Bayern Munich in the Champions League, and some of our teams will get their heads handed to them by Bayern Munich. We will be run ragged by German teams inside the Champions League. So I just think it's about the player.
Jim White and Simon Jordan, Monday to Thursday morning, 10 till 1. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.